You're on the edge with me, Max Keiser. You know, for the past few weeks, we've been talking about the banks on Wall Street and the global financial system, and basically the biggest financial heist that the world has ever known. The principal architect of this enormous heist is none other than the notorious Goldman Sachs, a 140-year-old institution on Wall Street that just reported record bonuses are expected this year. Record bonuses are expected at Goldman Sachs this year. How is that possible, given the so-called crisis that we were led to believe existed at the end of last year from the U.S. Treasury Secretary, who, oh, that's right, he was the former CEO of Goldman Sachs. Now, let's look at the smoking gun. I've got some video from last year. This is Henry Paulson talking to, I guess it's Congress or the press, trying to explain himself. And notice that basically he is lying. He's lying in a way that in any society that we can think of that respects truth would be considered tyrannical. This is absolutely outrageous. Henry Paulson lying through his teeth. Let's just take a little listen to this.
We repeatedly made the point that we were not doing anything for the banks just to help the banks. This was about the American people, and it was about credit and credit availability.
That's a big lie. He was doing it purely for Goldman Sachs' benefit, the bank's benefit, and not the American people's benefit. The $700 billion TARP money that was given to Goldman Sachs basically as part of an extortion scheme from Hank Paulson. We now know at this time that that money, almost dollar for dollar, is going to go directly into the pockets of the Goldman Sachs bankers. They simply took the money from the American people, passed it through Congress and Goldman, and into their pocket. That's all that's happened. It's pure larceny.
The economy was turning down.
The economy was turning down because Goldman turned off the credit spigots themselves. Money supply crashed, and the economy crashed as a result. This was a controlled demolition that was sponsored by Goldman Sachs to get the Congress to cough up hundreds of billions to pay themselves billions and billions in bonus money.
Partly as a result of what was going on in the credit markets. And so we then got the authorities, and the American people see the economy continuing to turn down and the situation worsen.
This is a false flag operation. The American people were scared out of their wits due to the financially engineered financial collapse by Goldman and the banking system to get the Congress and the American people to give them a lot of money to cover a lot of bad bets that they made in the mortgage market. You remember long-term capital management back in the late 90s? They made a huge error betting against the ruble in Russia, and they got the Federal Reserve Bank in Washington to bail them out with U.S. taxpayer money. That's all that's going on here. They make a bet, they lose, the U.S. taxpayer pays it off. They win, they keep the profits. It's outrageous, but so far the Obama administration is doing nothing to stop it.